Hello， 大家好，欢迎到 KS 看股。今天是3月11日，2026年呢。今天我们有特别节目啊，就是我们要访问一下我的朋友Dato Chan啊，他是所得税专家哦。那天我跟大家讲哦，你们有所得税的问题，头痛啊，不知道怎么样好哦，有很多产业不知道怎么样好啊。这个就是最适合的人了啊！你有什么东西啊？你问他，他可以给你知道 A to Z 啦。还有，如果你们有所得税的问题，你也可以找他哦。他也有做所得税的服务哦，还有做这个 account 的服务啦哈。他是很出名，我也给你看到了，他有很多这杂志哦，封面人啊，杂志的封面人啊哈。所以你有什么问题 ，OK 可以找他。首先要介绍一下啦啊 ，OK，Dato Chan。他的背景是什么？
好，谢谢你 KS， 很高兴可以是上你的这个平台。OK， 我本身呢是 Dato Chan，OK， 我也是一间大学的教授 ，OK， 然后我也是有管理一间大学啦，叫 Malaysian University。OK， 我本身也是 PhD 在 in accounting， 还有 PhD in taxation 的情况。OK， 所以的话是我本身呢在做那些呢都专注在税务方面的管理啊，所以有时候会给一些客户的一些税务的意见。看怎么去的报税啊，是怎样去给他们一个更好的咨询，还有包括账务方面，就怎样去把整盘的账务做好。因为现在电子发票来了，我相信很多人是很混淆，电子发票怎样去把它做得好呢？做的政府的需求呢？这就是我们的专业。OK， 然后本身是我也是有membership in taxation， 就 city members。OK， 我也是CMA 的graduate 的membership， 所以that's why 我几个的一些的。专业的一些文凭啦 ，OK， 所以肯定了，我在这个行业已经差不多20年了，所以我什么其他杂志有遇过，所以希望可以帮到你们。
OK， 大学哪一个大学啊？
我本身是有从几个大学，我之前有在3位念过 CAT Certified Accountant， 然后我有继续的在林肯大学，然后还有继续在英国深造了。
哇，外国回来的啊，外国回来的啊 ，OK， 啊，还有。想问一下你的公司啊 ，Taxman， 你看他这间公司啊，我看大家都有听过啦啊，大家有听过他的名字非常的美丽，一看就知道是什么啦啊。说你有 tax 的问题，你去找 Taxman 啊。我们请这个陈博士分享一下他的公司啊，他的 Taxman 的公司服务啊，还有什么可以帮到你们的。
Okay， 我们本身我是Taxman 的 founder， 我们公司是总部位于甲洞吉隆坡，当然我们还有其他的分行，所以是你可以联系我们，到时候我们可以为你服务的。OK， 然后是我们在这个行业已经是做所的20年了，我们的公司呢有帮助到就是协助客户们，就像税务方面的问题啦，然后是就你要做账啦，就月账也好，年账我们都有处理。然后当然是我们也是有帮你设定一些架构，就如何做一些的，就是说你的公司的这架构啊，从你应该要设定是管理公司，还是你要设定分行，是要用不同的公司呢的架构，我们都是给你意见。好，最近很多的就是说做一些的大家的做众筹一起合作的，我们也是会给一些意见，大家讲是做得更加好，更加的完善，这我们都有的。OK， 我们跟别的税务是有什么分别呢？是我们更加了解其实政府需要的是什么，而且更加知道呢客户应该担心什么，所以我们会给这方面的意见。
你的 office 其实还有几间的哦，对吗？
对的。
这个甲洞啊是HQ 啦哦，好像在 JB 还有。
对，我们 JB 也是有分行，在 Sdn Topika， 然后我们在槟城也是有分行，在
告诉你们在 JB 在分行哦，在那边附近哦，你不用走来 KL 啊 ，OK。陈博士他们有分行在那边的，在 JB 啊，等下我会放在这个视频里面的哈，我会放进去那些全部这些联络号码全部东西啦哦。他的 office 非常美啊！你进到去它是一个 open space， 很 modern 的我很喜欢看到这些 office 等下我会放一些照片给你们看，很 modern 的，你有机会你可以上来找下陈博士如果你有什么需要的服务的，你可以上来试试OK， 我用过他服务。thumbs up 啦，非常好啦如果不好，你记得 KS 不好是不会讲的KS 介绍的朋友不好 ，KS 从来不讲的我觉得能信任、能用的，我才会介绍给你OK， 我们看第一个问题 ，Hong 它是写英文OK，Hong 问呢 ，What is the standard of trading frequency benchmarked by LHDN to classify an individual as a trader or investor? For Malaysian, do we need to declare capital gain profit realized and sold on shares? I know dividend more than 100,000 need to declare now, but if below 100,000, do we need to declare?
Okay, so for Hong question, so let me answer this. Okay, definitely for the benchmark, okay, to justify whether the individual trader or investor, the government didn't actually, LHDN didn't give any guideline. But we call it actually the frequency. That means that let's say you're really to a frequent trader, like you're more than 3 times and above, we consider very frequent.
Three times?
3 times and above. Yeah.
A day? Or
actually, a year.
A year?
A year.
What, 3 times?
Yeah, there's 3 times a year. Actually, you consider as business already.
Oh.
Let's say actually normal investor, they will not invest in the more than 3 times every year.
Yeah.
So that's what the
It
justification.
means big company when they buy short stock, all those, they only 1 or 2 times.
Yeah.
As also the big investor lah.
Correct.
Only those are daily high frequency trader, they'll trade more than 3 times. But 3 times is, I mean, most any investor, most of the people who follow stock market will have more than 3 times per year. Definitely lah.
Correct. So
in a few days, I already get more than 3 times.
3 times already. So actually, for the LHDN view, actually, there's mean that actually they didn't have very fixed measurement on this. But actually, there's just a guideline called puppy ruling. But maybe for them, justification is, let's say you are really like frequent trader, like you buy in and buy out like daily, you didn't doing other job, only focus on the investment, that's considered as a trader. That's why we consider as a business income.
Okay.
So we have to really see how much your profit during the trade, and then from there we justify business income. So from that, actually we will calculate taxation based on the profit. Okay. But let's say for the capital gain, actually capital gain we got 2 sections have to split. So one actually is a listed company. Let's say listed company, whatever actually the profit making between actually the gain, we only maybe will consider under the section 4A as a business income. Let's say not, actually you not consider business income, then you will be not taxable for the gain. So let's say for listed company. But if you invest on the private company, that's use the number. That will be copied. The capital gain had to apply for all. There's no wonder you consider as an investor or trader, they also get a capital gain tax. So you have to also pay the tax based on your gain on the private company investment. Okay, so that's how the thing. So definitely dividend actually not more than 100,000, you are not entitled to pay the withholding tax of 2%. But because we actually for all the dividend payout at the moment now, actually they're not entitled for paying the tax under individual name because the company itself already paid the tax, so it's exempted. So let's say more than 100,000 per year you receive dividend, that actually we have to pay the withholding tax for 2%. That is what the new ruling at the moment now. Yeah.
Okay.
I hope I answered your question.
I read just now, right? They don't need to pay the whole 100,000, right? Only the exit one only, right?
Only exit 100,000, they have to pay 2%. Let's say you didn't exit 100,000, you no need to pay withholding tax for 2%.
Okay.
Yes, correct.
Okay, let's go to the second question. Okay, thank you, Hong, for the question. Second, how way? Okay, you got 2 questions here. First, for working in company which provide RSU, the RSU has been deducted to the country of origin. Do you still need to declare as taxable income? RSU is the share being given to the staff or generally RSU. I think better Professor Chan explain more about RSU to you okay? And does it applicable to ESOS as well? Okay, can help elaborate comparison between RSU and ESOS with example. Thanks. This is how way.
Okay. So okay, so I've answered your question. Okay, differentiation RSU is we call restricted share unit. So actually what the difference in ESOS, definitely RSU actually is given the share when it reaches a certain level. Let's say they give a target, you have to reach a sales of 100,000 for this year, then they give RSU. So RSU means that the share already provided if let's say achieve the target. Okay, so mean that actually we calculation of profit based on whatever when the time you receive, and then the share the RSU actually make the differentiation increment in the share price. Then you have to pay the profit like the capital gain also. The other issue, let's say ESOS different. ESOS means that actually
you mean the tax have to pay the tax lah?
They have to pay the tax.
For the gain, let's say you get the RSU this price, then the price go up, then you have to pay for it, right?
you have to pay for it, correct.
You have to pay the tax for it lah.
You have to pay the tax for it, for RSU. Actually, it's ESOS share, the same thing also. So ESOS share actually different. It means that you only given the share purchase right. That's it, you haven't owned the share yet, but then let's say they give you on the 3 ringgit. You can purchase 3 ringgit. So that means, let's say they go up for the 4 ringgit, that's you earn 1 ringgit, then you have to pay the tax also for the gain. Okay? But the session is the ESOS, they will based on transaction. Mean that are you transacted? Let's say transacted, then you have to.
Transacted means you sell already, then only.
You only capture.
If you're still holding it, it's not considered transacted.
No,
right?
so it's not considered transacted. That is the reason now. Okay, so mean that actually, let's say you receive the RSU in ESOS in Malaysia itself, so you are taxable in Malaysia. Okay, let's say you are not received in Malaysia, you are received in the other country. So you have to show that you already reported as a foreign source income in other country. So then only you can get an exemption in Malaysia. Okay, so that's how the way. Yeah, let's say not receive the income in Malaysia.
Okay, so let's say I got the RSU, right? I mean, how do I declare? Because now I'm working, or I should be reporting the which form? Form BE, right?
Yeah, BE. You have to declare the form BE because you're still under employment.
Okay.
So RSU also as an extra income in the employment.
So is there a section to fill in all this in the form BE?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so there is a section that you have to fill in, but after transacted, okay, means after you sell, you profit already, then the profit is taxable.
Yes, correct.
If you didn't sell, you are still holding it, then it's okay,
Yep.
Okay. So this also apply to ESOS
Yes,
okay,
correct.
ESOS.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. So we're gonna go through the third question from Ji-Ho. Okay. Number 1 if I earn foreign source income from US, if example US side didn't tax me, should I pay tax to LHDN or just report or submit form without paying any taxes due to FSI exempted from taxes by our government? Okay. The second one, do a full-time trader need to submit annual tax form to LHDN?
Okay, definitely actually, let's say you exempted income in US, okay, so actually it's a foreign source income. Actually, you no require actually to pay the tax in Malaysia because foreign source income actually under the double tax agreement with some of the country, that actually whatever income, no wonder they tax you in the origin country or they didn't pay actually the exemption from tax, you're no entitled to pay the taxes in Malaysia for foreign source income. That's why the same apply for the ESOS share just and RSU just now. Okay, let's say you are actually as a trader, full-time trader in Malaysia. Okay, so definitely you have to declare the form BE in LHDN as well. Okay, if the scenario, you are more complicated, meaning you trade more than 3, actually quite frequent traders, and then also you got the some expenses incurred under section 4A, then actually you have to declare form B under business income, then you work out the P&L. To show actually how you trade, the behavior, so which trading you make, how much a profit, and then what the expenses claim accordingly.
Okay. Yeah. How about those people who work here, let's say they are doing this online service for overseas company, and they get paid from the foreign company bank into Malaysia, or YouTuber, they do YouTube, then Google pay them, how do they resolve all this income in the tax?
Okay, how Malaysia actually to justify the tax is, let's say you work in the Malaysia and then receive income in Malaysia from the foreign company, then actually you have to pay the tax in Malaysia because you are working in Malaysia and then receive the income in Malaysia. If you fulfill 2 criteria, then have to report income in Malaysia.
Okay. Okay, so YouTuber, Facebook, or TikToker, if you receive the money in Malaysia, bank into Malaysia, you work here, you get the money bank into you in Malaysia, you have to declare, there's no other way for you, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, number 4, number 4. Okay, WS Go, okay. Do I need to report LHDN if I buy stock or Bitcoin? This one touch the cryptocurrency. If I make a profit, do I have to pay taxes? Also, the dividend need to pay tax.
Okay, actually this is actually similar question like others. Actually also the Bitcoin, actually we didn't have a Malaysia, in the Malaysia LHDN, we didn't have actually a full system to justify how the Bitcoin earning.
Up to now lah.
Up to now. So not like the stock market, like share others actually investment that got a very full tax system to justify already. So however, in the statement of LHDN also mentioned that any income, let's say a vegan trade, to generate income in your bank account, so you have to pay the tax accordingly. That means that Bitcoin is one of that, mean that others item lah. Okay, so let's say you always traded Bitcoin, you cash out the fund to your bank account frequently. So by right, you have to justify how much you're earning from the investment. Thus you calculate actually your income tax as well. So that also actually the same thing. We also have two ideas. Let's say you didn't have any expensive claim, you declare under Form BE. Let's say you want to declare under Form B, you have to set up the enterprise company or maybe sole proprietor partnership to actually claim the expenses as a trader investment company, investment house. So then you can claim your expenses that involve.
But they don't have a company. So they still, I mean, how do they come about if they don't have the company? They have to file as a company.
They can't. Because let's say you didn't have a sole proprietor, you didn't have a partnership company, you cannot file under Form B. That means that you cannot deduct any expenses. You have to count and calculate your net profit based on each trading. That's when you trade on, let's say you purchase on 100,000, you sell on 200,000, then the profit on 100,000 you have to pay accordingly without deduct any expenses.
That means they have to get this e-invoicing from this trading house, right?
Okay, so actually e-invoicing not necessary because some trading, let's say I'm buying the share, I didn't have e-invoicing on this way. That's just based on the share purchase in date and how much of fund that you purchase. And also when I sold the share, how much you sold and then any profit between that.
So just print the report out from the broker enough lah. You don't need to get the e-invoicing all this.
Let's say you are doing the share activity, you didn't print the broker the activity.
The broker history, all my transaction lah.
Yes,
just
correct.
like that. To report lah. So don't need to request every sole transaction. Don't need to request e-invoicing lah.
No, actually, yes, correct.
And make it easier lah.
Make it easier, correct. So unless actually you got the profit, okay, then yes.
But then you mean?
Actually, let's say whether the profit they will self bill you.
Yeah, they will bill you the e-invoicing, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. There will be.
All right. So
we are to number 5, right?
Okay, number 5.
This is on dividend lah. So some are repeat lah, some are a bit similar. Okay, but we still go through one by one lah, because each people got their own question lah.
Yeah. And number 4, I think that's just now also they're asking also the dividend.
Dividend.
Okay, the same scenario for previously just now. Let's say you more than 100,000, you have to pay the withholding tax 2%. Let's say less than 100,000, no require. Because whatever the below 100,000 dividend, there's exemption for tax. Not exemption actually, it's actually paid by the company tax. So that's why the individual no need required to submit any tax for the dividend received.
But you get $100,000 dividend, right? Wow, I mean your portfolio must be mighty big.
Yeah, correct.
No joke about it. Because usually dividend are so little, compared to the trading lah. Okay.
Correct.
Okay, number 5 from Yong Ki-woon. Okay. First one is dividend. For dividend income of more than 100K, is there required format to prepare a schedule to list down? This one a bit more complex. Prepare a schedule to list down the dividend income for the year for tax documentation purpose. Okay, number 2, if below 100,000, any requirement to declare it in your tax computation. This one asks whether to declare or not if you don't get exceed 100,000.
Okay, maybe I elaborate more on this dividend. Actually, the dividend tax for the 100,000 above for 2% is only applied for single company pay dividend more than 100,000. That means they have to submit the withholding tax. Let's say the single company, one company, they didn't pay the dividend more than 100,000 for you. Actually, no required to pay the withholding tax. Mean that actually they would not require you to prepare any listing from that. So mean that the company itself, let's say pay dividend more than 100,000, they will automatically to actually withhold the withholding tax to pay the authority accordingly. Yeah, that's how the way to doing that. So at the same time, let's say below that, actually definitely, as mentioned that, let's say below, you no required report the actually income under percent tax because whatever the dividend, they already report the tax in the company itself. So they're not required to doing submission for any individual tax.
I see.
Yeah.
Also, so if I accumulate dividend, let's say from 3, 4, 5 company up to 100,000, so I don't need to pay the tax, right?
Yeah. For single one company, they pay you.
For single company.
Yeah, single company. Then more than 100,000, they will have to charge you withholding tax to hold by the LHDN first.
Yes. So this clear out a lot of questions for this one, definitely. Okay. This one for second one, below 100,000, do you need to declare it or not?
Okay, so below 100,000, no require as mentioned. So you no need to declare it. So in the form itself, so you also no require to submit any dividend income in your declarations. No require.
Okay, so no need, no require, no need to put in, okay. Just keep the dividend in your pocket and correct. Be happy with it.
Yeah.
Okay, number 6, okay, this is a retiree, okay, this is from Lee Okay, Lee, thank you, Mr. KS, for sharing market outlook. No problem. A retiree stopped working for many years and only collects small rental per month. Is it still necessary to submit income tax assessment?
Okay, so actually definitely retire no require anymore because when you retire, you got income less than 34,000. Is no required to submit any income tax. No require. That's a thing. Okay, so definitely let's say you got rental income. Your rental income annually is more than 34,000 each year. Okay, then you have to entitle also. That's it. Retire as we understand is there's no income received. That's just that's mean then you no report any income tax. If the scenario you got income received within the income tax view, you not retire under income tax view. So you are still actually the income receivable. So then more than 34,000 each year, then you report the income tax under individual names.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you exceed 34,000, okay, you still entitled to report the tax. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to number 7. Okay. Number 7 from Rachel Ong. Can an enterprise claim capital allowance on a motor vehicle purchase and claim the road tax as an expenses?
Yes, definitely. Actually, enterprise they can claim for the expenses for the motor vehicle. Let's say the motor vehicle registered under the enterprise name. So let's say the registered under enterprise name, then they can claim both. That's capital allowance and also as a road tax for the tax expenses as well. So, but the condition is, let's say the vehicles more than actually 150,000, they only can claim 50,000. Let's say the less than 150,000, then they can claim about 100,000 for year. That's mean for 5 years, or maybe actually, let's say you got in higher purchase installment, they will base a high mature installment year, how many years they will justify from that. Okay, so actually mean let's say for those actually, let's say you own the motor vehicle but you didn't have company, then definitely you can't. So you cannot claim any of the capital allowance for your personal tax. That's the ideas.
But what if the motor vehicle is under personal name? Then can I claim? Let's say this one is under company. You say that the motor vehicle registered under the company only, or can claim as expense. But what is personal name? Okay,
let's say personal name. So last time we got some practical for certain part. They do it to one resolution called whole in trust resolution. Meaning that there is under personal name, but they're doing one resolution from company mentioned that okay, this vehicle is whole in trust by this director actually for company use. But for actually a lot of argument we deal in the LHDN at that time, actually LHDN starting to not accept this idea anymore. So that's why we actually for our advice as a public practice, better don't do that. So mean that let's say you want to reclaim company, then register a vehicle under company name. Actually also got some argument for private vehicle, like you purchase a very luxury vehicle like BMW or 5 Series. So but you want to claim for company, but actually the LHDN will know that actually for private use. In this scenario, they also maybe have the impact unless you can declare your actually the benefit in kind in your personal income tax. Meaning that you also in the company enterprise or but you insure salary to yourself and then also add on this vehicle as a benefit in kind. Then you are entitled. But let's say you didn't do that as a benefit in kind as your individual tax, then there will be actually they got chance to add back. But let's say like when you purchase the van, like actually the truck, the mini truck, okay, or maybe actually like the 4-wheel drive, okay, then possible because that's one is more for commercial use. Then more possible. Actually, the chance for let the LHDN adding back is lesser, and actually that you can argue. Let's say they're doing so. because it's for commercial use.
Oh, that means even under my name, personal name.
Okay, no. There will be whatever actually mentioned just now is still registered under company name.
Oh, must be company name.
Must be company name.
Okay.
Actually, let's say you want to do it as a personal name. Last we can do whole in trust.
But now cannot.
Actually, it's a lot of cases happening. We discussed in action this time that a lot of officers try not allow. That means the chance for getting allowed is very, very less. So that's why we actually, for the public ruling, they didn't mention that it's not allowed on this way. Okay, they also didn't have an LHDN booklet to mention they're not allowed. But actually, practical wise, actually this is whatever the practical in the officer practical at the moment now. Yeah.
So to avoid all the headache, better don't lah.
So you register the under company name is the best. Actually, that will be allowed. And let's say the private vehicle, you must be doing actually to charge your personal tax with the benefit in kind. That's actually definitely you are entitled.
Yeah, if you do your private, you report this income tax privately, personal, then only can. But you cannot do it in the company lah. Okay. Okay, number 8. Hi, Master. I want to understand more about dividend tax. I think this one we already cover lah. The 2% exceed 100,000 lah. This one we already it's very clear lah. Okay, this question. Okay. Now we go to the Chinese question. Chinese question number 9 Okay. 我们到了第9第9是华语啦华文。OK。Christy Wong 问啦。OK， 第9请问在 Malaysia 买美国股、买卖美国股赚到的钱，从美金转回马币，需要报税吗？
当然你在马来西亚买美国股的话，它是属于 foreign source income 了。所以呢，它是在马来西亚里面是不 entitled。所以是你是在马来西亚不用报税的。如果当你要转回来马来西亚的时候，如果你本来是美国的 account， 你要转来马来西亚 account 的话呢，遇到一个问题了，它是 allow 在12月30号2026年之前，你可以免税的搬回来。
2020几
2026年12月31号之前你搬回来呢，今年内都没问题。如果你在12月30号2026年呢，它可以 apply ruling 说你这些做 foreign source income 的，你要搬回马来西亚，马来西亚政府可以 tax 你的。所以之前也是有发生过，那时候我们有几次的，我们政府很鼓励的，你把外国赚的钱搬到来马来西亚呢，我们都会免税的给你搬回来。之前都有好几次政府有这样的 offer 的，所以说这个也是这一次，今年有这样的 offer， 所以你如果假如你有 foreign source income 的话，尽量的可以把在今年内带回来。
今年来要拿回来了不是明年你就会中了中 tax
对了。
OK 都清楚了。OK 下一个第10。李必宏OK， 请问如果是全职投资股票，应该如何报税？要根据持仓盈亏显示赚才报，还是每次卖出股票有赚才需要报？谢谢。
我们其实它是属于我们会根据你卖的时候才承报，就你卖的时候，你会根据你的那个 statement 里面，你在买的时候多少钱，你卖的时候多少钱，你亏损多少钱呢？如果你亏，你就不用承报咯。如果就说你赚的时候，你就要 offset 回去你亏的咯。所以你要整年算出从1月1号到12月31号，你整年里面赚跟亏到底有没有赚超过34000？如果你赚超过34000，你就要拿这个 profit 的数目来去承报你个人的所得税，因为它是属于 under section 4A， 是属于 business income 来的。虽然你是投资 investment， 不过你是很frequent 的投资，它是属于 business income。
就是34,000啦。
34,000以上
OK， 所以你才这是要报税的那个 income 啦要34,000以上。如果你没有，这个也是不用啦。OK。
如果我建议说你没有34,000的话，你收拾这个记录。因为是如果你很 frequent trading 的话呢，income 也是有可能会问你，所以你起码可以证明给他看你是没有超34,000，所以你没有报。是的。
OK， 我们看第11from Danny Wong 我本身是 CDS account 这交易户口啦CDS account webull 都有啦。如果在 CDS 买卖马股、美股所得的收益或损失里面是有收费，如佣金、平台使用费、交收费、清算费、消费税、印花税，请问还要报税吗？
OK 是需要的，刚才我们所说的，只要你一年呢，你买卖你是一个很 frequent traders， 他们是属于是你是一个 business income 了，你只要超过3万4就需要了，那你少过3万4就不用。所以你扣除全部的费用的话，你少过3万4是不用的。不过，假如现在有问题了，就是说因为你要扣除费用，我们开始所说的，如果是你本身是你当 business income 的时候，你只可以扣除买卖的成本跟亏损。杂费的话呢，其实情况呢，如果你要亏杂费或其他的，我像你例如说你有请人啊，帮你涨你的那个整个的 investment 的话，那所有的费用的话你要扣除呢，这样你就要注册一个公司，就是说 Brighter partnership。只是这你就要跟你的平台去研究，它平台可以不可以用公司的名义来注册。如果平台可以用公司名义注册的话，这样的话是你整个买卖的就是以公司名义来去计算你的 profit and loss， 这样的情况。
OK，
是的。
OK， 还有12啊 ，OK， 我们到12了。老师，我做生意做了12年 ，MCO 之后公司关闭了啊关掉了2023年啦，现在是没有工作，没有入息啦，我的生活费是用以前省下来的钱，我有申请 IPO 啦，有赚钱也有亏钱，我有定期放银行利息，够我用，我需要这个银行利息啦，够我用啦，需要报税，需要报账吗？这样的情形啊， 这样的情形啦 ，OK， 这样的情形。
OK， 其实这个情况的话是不用报税的，只是你要确定说你直接留下钱，例如说你要留下一个1000万，你的1000万你要研究自己在之前在赚的1000万时有没有报税啦。如果你这1000万你是解释不了你怎样有这1000万的话呢，这样你还是要思考回是把之前的收入先解决承包。当然，从今天开始是没有收入的话，你的公司也是亏损关掉的话呢，政府是不会跟你征税的，只是他会问你的钱是从哪里来，是你先赚来的，还是你遗嘱拿来的，还是有什么原因得到这笔钱，这是需要解释的。
老师，你以前有报了的就不是问题啦，你用多少钱都不用紧，就是你以前你的公司已经报了税的全部就没有问题啊。
对的，是的。如果你没有报的话，你就要解释咯，这钱哪里来了？
现在尤其是你有买很多东西你的钱哪里来啊？
对呀，是的。
OK， 还有13，最后一个问题了，就是报税问题。外国工作，大马有产业出租，报税是用 Form B1 还是 Form B？OK，
当然是还有我们所说的，假如你是租金的好，或者你收入你是没有公司 sole proprietor partnership 这些名下的话呢，你都是用 Form B1 的，你不能报 Form B。所以说你租金收入的话是属于个人名字嘛，所以你还是放 Form B 的。在 Form B 本身你看到一个 saver 的 income 那边你放进去申报就可以了。不过当然租金收入的话还有好处，你可以扣除门牌税啦。地税啦，如果你公共银行的利息啦，还是说你维修基本的维修，你维修费都可以扣除的。
这个也是要34天才要报是吗？
是34天，34天以上才要报。不过我现在如果租金收入的情况呢，还比较特别。如果你买的产业是有好几间的话，虽然没有超30间，因为政府会因为你买产业而去了解你的收入是怎样来的。所以的话，假如你是因为是收租的话呢，我还是建议，如果你少过30一点的话呢，就是说28天以上到30之间，你都照承报，这样可以知道你有租金收入来解决你的银行的工期，就你的那个贷款的工期啦。这样了。
明白。
是的。
OK， 我们的问题已经全部解决了啦OK， 10点10点我们会做一个Facebook 然后呢，我们会有更新一些update 给大家分享一下有什么新的新闻因为我们的陈博士他很关注这个新闻 income tax 的新闻有什么新的发展，现在因为政府有很多新的策略出来了很多新的策略出来，说大家都要知道了这个新的策略会不会影响你会不会影响你？会不会使你更有钱？或者会不会要给多一点这个income tax 的东西？说我们呢会有一个 Facebook 网站里面有很多东西可以跟大家分享的我会给一个这个连接你你进去 like 进去支持一下这个 Facebook， 然后呢我们还有更多的好东西跟大家分享OK， 陈博士还有什么要跟大家分享一下的吗
OK， 我觉得是现在最近最热门的问题有2个了，就是第一个是电子发票，第二是最新的 SSC 系统。所以我是真的是很鼓励的话是报税的。如果是你有在这2个情况下，就你有做生意的，你要真的是去研究这个电子发票到底对你有什么影响，还有怎样去实行它，因为罚款是非常的高了。然后这个 SSC 也是一样的，也是一个新的，有几个行业，例如说你是做建筑业的，这方面也是要去了解到底是怎样去符合这个 SSC 的新的要求了。这是我们结尾的一些的提醒。
OK， 还有那个这个 SST 它是超过100万现在才要报是吗
？OK， 它是分很多的不同的行业。
现在因为它有改变了，也许陈博士跟你分享一下啦，到底它的最新的这个要求，最新的这策略是什么啦？
是的，所以说是在这个有改变，就是例如说以前的话，好像我们在建筑业的话，你建一些办公楼的话呢，你是不用还 SST 的。不过在新的 SSC 系统里面呢，你只要你的建筑行业，你是建commercial 用的，就是商业用途的一些产业的话呢，超过150万，你就要征收一个6%的 SST。还有不同的行业，有服务业，我们是去 SSC 本身呢，它是针对的就是服务业啦，还有就是生产业，就是厂商本身。然后的话是有一些是18%，有一些是0%到有些5%，它去根据产品来去做来去规分的。所以这个情况的话是，就是说，如果你有不明白的情况，你可以学习我们，或者发一些下一个问题，我们下一个步骤来解答你。
还有就是那个租有多人问他们租金要不要加那个 SSC 上去？我觉得很多人都会问这个问题了。
现在也是租金的话呢，也是一样的情况，它规分2类，就是你住宅的租金，跟就是你的商业用途的租金。商业用途租金是要给 SSC 的，对。如果是你超过100万以上呢，你就要申请 SSC 的号码，你要去申索 SST。如果你是租的是商业用途的话，如果你租的只是住宅用途的话，这样是不用征收 SST 的，
是不用征收，
是不用的。因为是主要呢，政府是不想是通货膨胀，就是住宅的话就属于人民所用的必需品嘛，所以他不想这个通货膨胀了，所以是它就只针对在是商业用途的一些产业。
还有就是那个义委性，现在那个500千是不用给义委性的，对吗？它最新的这个政策是怎么样啊？
最新的政策的话是，它已经把500千调高到100万，就你100万以下的生意额呢是不需要再做义委性电子发票了。而你100万以上的话，就要需要做，从7月1号开始要实行，今年的7月1号。当然还有给一个宽松期6个月到明年的1月1号，就是意思说呢，你最迟明年就要实行这义委性电子发票了。如果你是100万以上的公司
，OK， 说你有这个义委性的问题。我的朋友陈博士他的 taxman 有这个服务啦你可以找他那些连接电话那些我们会放在视频里面啦 OK 我看今天的访问真的很成功我们的陈博士真的很谢谢你跟我们分享
谢谢
他的知识你知道了他们这些专家给你问一问专家好过你自己在那边在 YouTube 那边在 Google 那边转来转去转不到一个答案又不知道是不是你问一问专家什么都懂了还有他们有很多服务他们有这做账有 SSD 啦义委性的服务全部你记得你需要帮助你可以找陈博士OK
好谢谢
你的分享
谢谢你的邀请
是OK